Hey Philip, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Great. You're from the management company, right?
I am. Yep, Dual Property Management.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about the management company.
So Dual Property Management manages about 1,300 units in 4 states. We are in 4 different markets. We have a specific gear towards multifamily. That's something we've built a lot of great relationships on, and we've worked with this team in the past on the Gordon Highway project, and very excited about that to lay out somewhat of a pre-leasing plan, making sure we have the right prospect for the right property, and so just making sure that we have all the key elements as we kind of launch the project.
Why would people live in a 300 square foot units? What are the benefits of micro living?
Yeah, we've seen a big culture shift, and I think that a lot of people are looking for a lot more simplicity in their lifestyle. Also, our prospect being, someone from the military, most likely a single soldier or something like that. Prospect here is going to be working a lot of hours, and also with this beautiful community, the pool, the fitness center, the business center. I think a lot of people are going to be outside of their room more, and so really the room is just there for kind of lay down, go to sleep, cook a meal, that sort of thing. But our focus here is to really build a community to get them out of that room. So I think they'll actually be spending less time in that 300 square feet.
The property is located nearby Fort Gordon, one of the largest military installations in the U.S. Why is it an advantage?
So the property being about a mile down the road from Fort Gordon is a huge advantage. Fort Gordon is the largest landmass military installation in the country, and it also is the Cyber Command headquarters for the United States military. So that is brought in about 8,500 soldiers since 2012. It's continuing to grow, and although it's the largest landmass military base, there's not enough housing, and so because of that, being in close proximity and having housing that can get filled immediately, quickly, is a huge advantage, and I think we'll see that in the lease up of the complex, and really the desire and the draw to fill the complex.
Why would tenants rent our property and not the MacArthur Park down the street, which is brand new?
A couple reasons. The first is that MacArthur Park is 95 to 98% leased. I think that's a good showing that there's a need and a demand, and so having additional units nearby is going to cause some of that overflow to lease here. The second reason is I think the amenities here and the simplicity. Once again, we're going to be combining the rent, the utilities, the amenity fees all into one package. So it's one bill, one monthly payment, and I think that the simplicity and the ease of that is going to draw a lot of people into it. But I mean, the amenities here are beautiful, comparable, even better than MacArthur Park.
I understand the rental rates can be $1,000 a unit. And even as high as $1,200. What's the reason for it to being higher than the market rate in Augusta?
Once again, our sales pitch is that we're lumping the rent, the amenity fees, and the utility fees all into one flat amount. And so because of that, that's going to be a great leasing option, leasing pitch, sales pitch to the prospects of the community. But also we have, Augusta's grown over the past few years. It's really caught up, and the leasing rates have gone up as well with that. And so the demand is just overcoming the supply. And so I think we're really in with market rates. We're not shooting above market rates, not to mention that we've evaluated the BAH of Fort Gordon and the military and the soldiers there, the credits that they're going to be given to live off base, and the proximity, the features, the amenities, all the different things that would draw someone here to this community.
And I've heard you say a couple minutes ago that we can hit the 1,300. That's because we don't have something like this in Augusta, right?
Right. There's no other property like this. The micro living, the amenities with that micro living, you're really bringing all of the different things we've talked about, the pool, the business center, the fitness center, dog wash station. You're bringing Class A amenities less than a mile to Fort Gordon. And so I think because of that, coupled with the pay of the soldiers, the BAH, the credits that they get for off-base housing, is really going to culminate into a strong rental rate here.
And what percentage of the property would be rented to the Army, and who would be the other prospective renters that would be willing to pay, $1,000, $1,200?
Yeah, so obviously military is going to be our main target and main driver. I guess there's no way to put a true percentage on that, but I would say half, if not more. Outside of that, we're still very close to Fort Gordon, so all of the people that work on Fort Gordon that would commute commute, anyone that supports the businesses around Fort Gordon. I think for all of that, it's going to supply housing nearby for anything, not just working for the military, but all the businesses around that support the military.
Talking about the military, is there any option to sign a long-term contract lease with the Army base?
Yeah, so there's not an option to sign directly, but there is an option to build a great relationship and a partnership with the military housing. And we've done that already on several other complexes. And so I think it's going to allow us to continue that great relationship and really be the first choice when they recommend where to live. Hopefully they'll recommend here.
How long it will take to rent 150 units, assuming they come on the market towards the summer of 2024?
So if they're coming on the market summer 2024, we're going to hit peak leasing season, which is a good thing. The spring, kind of summer is PCS season where a lot of soldiers are transitioning. If we can hit that, I think we're going to be looking on the lower end of about 3 to 4 months. If we hit kind of off-peak season where we get into the winter, we get into the fall, I think we're probably going to be looking 6 months. So we're probably looking at a full lease-up season of 4 to 6 months is what I would say.
That sounds great, amazing, and thank you so much, Philip, for the interview.
Absolutely.
It is very important to our investors to know the people on the ground.
Yep.
To see them, to hear them. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Yep, thank you. No, we're very excited for the project and happy to help.